Hey everybody, it's Andy here at AK Montolio, and we are back for a Vintage League. We're playing Rock today, the Rock. Hope everybody is well. On the die roll here. How do I feel about this hand? I could play a turn 1 Liberator and a turn 1 Dark Confidant. That seems pretty good. Opposition Agent is also strong. My opponent is typically a Hogak player. And last list that I saw them playing did actually have the fetches in it. It was the Jund version. So if they've opened on Bazaar, I think it's better to play the Dark Confidant and the Liberator. We can hold open Force of Vigor. Problem is that we're with this hand is that, like, does this actually beat Hogak Vine? Like, we don't have Death Rights, we don't have Endurance. But I'm going to keep it. We're on the play. A Dark Confidant can drag us out of some tough situations here. I think I can get a basic forest here. See what we're up against here. Yeah, they're just F6'd. All right, well, let's see. I mean, this is a strong start from us, but we are going to require some help for sure. You know, does this beat an amazing Bazaar hand? It probably doesn't. But we're in for the race here. We're going to try it. Vine, okay. Oh, nice. Oh, guys. That is sweet. I am wanting to get this Tarmogoyf in here, to be honest. Well, I'm going to attack for 5. That's the first thing I'm going to do. I don't think I can resist Wastelanding here. And the reason is that next turn I'm going to draw 3 cards, and there's a very reasonable likelihood that I'm going to be able to find a second land to be able to get my Tarmogoyf into play. So it's, you know, getting a Tarmogoyf into play is pretty strong. Hex Drinker. Okay, Hex Drinker is a scary card against me. We didn't find one, unfortunately. This thing is going to get out of control very quickly. I think I'm going to offer the trade. Yep, all right. Scary. We're in trouble now, guys. Hex Drinker is a problem. And flips back our guy here. Yeah, I think we're lost here. They drop a cradle, we're just dead. Wasteland, okay. Like we're taking 8 this turn, minimum. Which means we're in a really bad spot. We have some good tools to be able to combat this, though. Yeah, we'll take the 8. Not much we can do there. We need a land here. Yeah, just not good enough. All right, they're going to get us this game. I mean, Tarmogoyf can trade with this. We'll go to 1. I mean, I guess. Hex Drinker against these mid-range decks is definitely a thing, and I have not run into this list up until now playing the Rock, and this is exactly the type of deck that Hex Drinker is very strong against. No, let's see. I have to trade my Goyf here, or I'm dead. But it can tangle with the Vine. Okay, down to 1. Very close to ultimating this. Interesting, they're just looking for... Cradle doesn't do much here. A Bazaar is good. One more land next turn, they're ultimate. To be clear, I don't really think I can get out of this very well, but yeah, that's like icing on the cake. I think the issue that I had here, which was really difficult for me, was that I couldn't find another land. And I had a very difficult decision point where I had to decide whether I wanted to wasteland the Bazaar. And I felt really good about it afterwards. I played Boseiju, and I'm like, okay. So I do think we want our removal. I think Jailer is fine. Like, I don't think Ravenous Trap is really very good. I think this is an antiquated card from an old list. I think these are all fine. I think Collector is pretty mediocre. I mean, Op Agent doesn't do much here either. It can get them with their fetches, but I don't actually think they're playing fetch lands, to be honest. I think they're playing Canisters list here. So I don't even think Op Agent does anything. I mean, we have some good tools here. Maybe I want something like Vraska. Deed is a way to get rid of Hex Drinker. Yeah, let's do it. I think this is good. Like, this deck is going to be a tough deck to beat, but I do think that we actually have the tools to do it. I mean, just a slam, right? think we go and get a basic forest here. Now, if they have a slam in turn one with, a whole bunch of hollow ones and stuff, it's going to be rough on me, but if they have a reasonable turn one, we could be all right. Okay, Yavimaya. Okay. I think I'm going to, it's a little bit awkward because I don't want to overextend into my pernicious deed. But I am going to have to address this. I don't think an extra death rate really does much right now. It's a tough decision because Pernicious Deed is going to wipe out my death rights as well as the Hex Drinkers. So let's see how much they overextend here. Like, we can keep our Jailer. Like, we can blow up all Root Wallas, Death Rights, Hex Drinkers from my opponent's side. Okay. They're just going on this. What's awkward for me is we don't have mana now. Get in. Probably should have got in last turn. I see that we're struggling on mana, but yep. Just leveling up. I like it. Root Walla. Okay, it's another thing we can kill here. Eventually, anyways. Let's see if my opponent wastelands here. Like, they should. They know we're really struggling on land here. Yes, okay, so they fueled us here, which is good. I don't think we draw land here soon. Endurance. Going to have to extend here. Like, my opponent has 6 cards in hand here. This can't be good for me. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're in a really bad spot here. Yep. Can't seem to find my way out of this here. This is super awkward. I'm going to go down to 13. I kind of want to be able to use the deed the turn it comes into play, but problem is if I start using lands here, it's one less land that I have. You know, just so awkward with land this game. I mean, that's been the kind of the telling story of this particular match so far, as I just really haven't found lands, and this deck does run, I believe, 18 lands. Well, I guess let's get a Dark Confidant going. I mean, I can jump block if I need to. Well, I can't. I guess this has protection from everything. My opponent smartly has just sat back on it. If we find a fetch land next turn, we can go off. We can use the deed. Black Lotus would be nice. Like my opponent's at 17 life. Yowzes. And the truth of the matter is even if I am able to remove this creature with the deed, the likelihood that I'm going to be able to answer their next setup with as many cards as they have in their hand is going to be a challenge. It's the Hex Drinker itself that's the real problem for me here. Yep. Okay, there's another one that I can kill. Okay, there's a hollow one. I can't do anything about that at the moment. I mean, I will have a Frenzied Trap Breaker. Let's see what they do. Vengevine. Yeah, Vengevine's actually a really good one. Okay, they have extended themselves here, and they do have a couple creatures that are problematic for me, but I'm willing to combat those. Oh, no. Okay, well, probably going to lose now. They got a Hogak? Okay, I did not anticipate that. All right. I mean, there's a couple lands. Three. Yeah, this one's a lost cause for us now. That strip mine was just clutch. Pretty brutal, guys. I don't even think I can survive this hit. So I take a huge hit from that Hogak. So I chump here, chump here, chump here. Right, 1, 3. I can flip this if I don't do anything with 3, 4. I'm very close to dead. What if I just play with a death right here? Probably just going to get wastelanded. Be nice to be able to crack and kill with the hollow one here. But I don't think fetching is where I want to be right at the moment. Okay, there we go. I should have maybe not done that. I don't know. I guess we're getting +1 on defense from this versus this flipping. But I can still tap my death right after a block. Yep, I can just pump that as well. Didn't even think of that. So I'm going to put this in front of this. Eight, 10, 14. I think this is it, right? 6, 12, go to 1. Green. It's the funny thing is I'm eating all my lands here to do this, and I've shut off my fetch land. This is why I didn't want to play the fetch. I mean, I could have blocked with the jailer here, but I mean, I kind of feel like I need something around if I'm going to have any chance, but why is this, oh, this is a new death right. I was thinking I could gain a couple life here. I mean, Black Lotus will, I guess, wipe the little guys out. I still have to deal with Hogak, which is not going to be easy. But Black Lotus would, well, It's not enough because I can cast it, Eat and crack it, but I can't deal with the Hogak. Even double block and gain 2 life. Mm-hmm. Yeah, interesting game. We lost a Hex Drinker there. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Feel free to leave any comments, and we're going to see you for round 5.